My name is Joanna Larson. I live in Cheyenne, North Dakota. I'm growing veggies, cut flowers for wholesale, and beef. We raise Solaire cattle, cow-calf operation, and we just started doing some retail beef as well. My partner raises hogs, so we have pasture pork. And we're new to the retail game, but we just started our website, and I'm working on some more farm-to-school partnerships as well. So far the certification process has been just a lot of developing procedures, a lot of trying to figure out how this is going to work, especially on our farm where we do still have conventional grain going on. Our cattle, our livestock are still in a conventional system. Even as we transition the pasture into organic management, it's kind of a step-by-step thing. So figuring out the protocols, figuring out how we're going to handle the different flows on the farm have been challenging, probably mostly because there's not somebody just next door that I can talk to. You know, Farms has been really great about bringing in speakers and working with the mentorship, and I have appreciated all of that support, but it still is, you know, something new. You feel like you are kind of the only one doing it. I'd say, like with the certifier, we have a good dialogue working back and forth. It's just more or less me learning. The learning curve is really huge, and as soon as I figure something out, then I have to kind of teach it to my family, teach it to the people that are working here as well. Just say keeping organized and keeping, like I said, those workflows figured out is the main challenge, I'd say. For me, I would say even if you're not going to go through the whole organic certification process, try to build your infrastructure to leave that door open in the future. So for us on the high tunnel, that meant, like, you know, building the baseboards with non-treated lumber. Could be simple things like that that will be just one decision that still leaves the door open for you later. I think it's kind of nice to be developing your workflows as you're going, because you do have the opportunity to do things the right way from the get-go, but that's not to say someone can't go in and change a conventional system organic, because that's what we're also doing, you know, in our pasture and rangeland, and that has been kind of brought about by our recognition that some of the conventional methods of controlling weeds in our pasture and getting a better rotation on the rangeland wasn't working in a conventional system. So we're kind of looking for answers and solutions to some of the problems that conventional system didn't have a really great answer for. So for a good portion of our pasture and rangeland, we are trying to look at when the last prohibited substance would have been applied. So fortunately, my folks keep good records on where they put herbicides and pesticides, so we're able to go through kind of on a field-by-field basis, and in some cases even splitting fields up if we know where an application took place, to figure out when that 3-year wait period needs to start. So really the difference between taking conventional land into organic and taking, say, new land, which they're not making any more land, so it is pretty tricky to just find a new space to farm, is just that wait period of 3 years since the last prohibited substance was applied. And that comes down to keeping accurate records and being able to prove with you know, beyond a reasonable doubt that nothing has been applied that would be prohibited. So for this plot right here where we're standing in the vegetable production, this has been just back to grass for at least 40, 50 years. So it was pretty easy for us to say, okay, no prohibited substances have been applied here. This was old machinery parking that we, you know, hauled stuff off to the scrapyard so that we could start planting and having actual production happening here. But in other places like our rangeland and pasture land, if someone had gone in and sprayed for thistle or sprayed for leafy spurge or done some other prohibited treatment, then we have to start the clock on that 3-year wait time.